Hello everybody, welcome to Mindful Image. So today I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna make with some supplies that I received from BeeBee Craft. All the links for everything that I'm gonna be using, or at least as much as I remember, will be listed below. So I don't know if you've ever worked with, I don't know how to say it. I think it's Cabochons. But these are the bezels that I got from them. And I'm going to do a couple different projects that, I've never done before. I have worked with these before for like jewelry. But I have a couple of ideas for something new that I want to make. And maybe we'll learn together, right? So for these, you actually can even go on Etsy and find cabochon designs, like printables. And then you can cut out the image depending on the size of the bezel that you have and put it on here. You can make it yourself. If you don't have a template, or I use Photoshop. So I'm also gonna list her below. I forgot her name. I'm always all over the place, but I got these beautiful images from a printable that I purchased from her Etsy store. I will link her below. Her stuff is amazing. And what I did was use Photoshop to create this template. If you guys need any help with that and you want me to create a template for you with some images that you have, you can reach out to me either on Facebook or maybe post a comment. So these, and I can definitely help you with that. So this is one of her images and what it looks like on the cabochon. Isn't this gorgeous? So this is gonna go, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with this. So this one is, just a sample. It's not great. I did get a couple bubbles in there. I still struggle with that, but I still like the vintage look, so it doesn't bother me. But look at this. Isn't that pretty? So what I do usually is spray this down with Mod Podge spray after I print it. I haven't tried actually using Mod Podge, but I'm guessing it would be even better. But I just like that it's quick. So for example, when I have the whole page like this, I will spray it a couple of times with Mod Podge. And that is so that when I add the diamond glaze to attach the cabochon, so that it doesn't, sometimes the ink can run if it's not sealed properly. So isn't that pretty? So you can do this two ways, right? So you can take the image, which I don't really recommend it that much, but you can add a little bit of the diamond glaze on here. Very little bit, because for some reason it kind of leaks through the picture and it can damage it. But just add a little bit of it. And seal the picture in there. Now you can literally do this with anything. So for example, let me grab this is something that I have for another project, but you can literally put the cabochon over any picture that you like, on a magazine, on like scraps that you might have, any images. Literally, you have so many options. You don't actually have to have a actual printable or a template for these. because you can cut the paper down to whatever size. So this is a paper pack that I finished already, but I like this images. I feel like I don't want them to go to waste. So I could literally just use this. And you can make anything with it. You can make a necklace, you can do so many things, but you see how you can just choose a spot and there's your image. What I like to do is actually put a very small drop of the diamond glaze, and then in the middle, you'll see how I do it with the other stuff, and then you lay it on top and wait for it to dry. Once it's dried, then you cut it out. I think that's one of the best ways to do it, but I'm gonna show you both ways. So when the image is already on here, I mean, it does take a little bit of practice. It's not like, you know, rocket science, but it does take a little practice because this has if it has bubbles, it's kind of a pain. But you can just add a little bit in the center. Make sure that your thing is clean. I'm over here calling it thing. I'm pretty sure there's another name for it, but the glass that goes over whatever its name is. I'm gonna link these below as well. All right, so then all you do is drop it, and when you push it in, usually if you have a good amount, it won't leave any bubbles or any weird marks. If you have extra that comes through the sides, that's perfectly fine because you can clean that out easily. It's better to have a little more than what you need than not have enough, because it's just cleaning around it. But you see how beautiful that looks? So look, I got a bubble. I don't know if you can see it, but I got a couple bubbles. I guess I still haven't figured out the full science. So I'm using some different pictures because I have a couple projects going and a couple of different journals I'm working on. So all right, so I sealed this, like I said, with some Mod Podge to make sure that like the ink doesn't run. So now you see how you get all these bubbles, but that's fine. And this is so much fun because you can literally put any image in here. Even like your own pictures, family pictures. If you're doing a journal, you can, I'll show you how we can use this on a journal. I'm planning on showing you 2 different types of bookmarks that you can use for your junk journals. So this one got a little bit extra around the sides, but it actually came out really, really nice. You see, it doesn't have any bubbles or anything. I love this one. Okay, so let me just finish the ones that I already had. And you have to do this pretty fast too. The diamond glaze dries really fast. And you know, you actually, if for some reason you have any bezels and you don't have the glass cabochons, you can always use the diamond glaze all around and use it as the glass. If I have enough, I will show you how to do that too. Look at that beauty. Isn't she beautiful? Can you see it there? This light is not great, but my fingers, I have sazon in my fingers because I was just cooking. All right, so that is one way to do it, where you cut out the picture, you glue it to it, then you put the glass on top. This way, I feel like it's better. I don't know, I like it better. Let's see. I have a lot of them cut out already for my projects. So either you have it like this and you put it on here like I showed you, or you can add a little bit onto the page, just like I did with the other bezel. And this is actually better, I feel, because even when the ink runs, it just runs all around it. I don't know, you'll see. So you drop it and move it around slowly until you have it where you want it to go. And you can spread, I feel like it's easier with the paper because you can spread out the glue better. Like you could see if there's gonna be a bubble right away, and you can just move it to remove it. And if it gets dirty on top with this or your hands, is fine, because you clean it out and it just looks beautiful and shiny. Again, I'm gonna put all the links so you guys can order your bezels. They have a lot of different types. I got 2 different ones, 2 different sizes. I'm gonna show you the other ones now. Oh, I love it. The picture just comes to life. You get that 3D effect and kind of like it magnifies it so it looks bigger. I love it so much. I love to do this for jewelry. You can do keychains, you could do necklaces. I actually found some bezels that are attached to a bracelet, and you can do it on that. So as you can see, it's very easy. I think one of the most important things is to seal that image with some Mod Podge first. Other than that, the rest is easy. Look at my mermaid! Can you see this? I'm gonna show you up close in a second. I see some people, when they do the YouTube videos, they like zoom in, zoom out. I don't know what technology what wizardry they have, but once I put my camera there, I can't move it. I can't do anything else. So whoever knows how that's done, please let me know, because I need some of that wizardry in my life. I'm doing what I can with what I have. Ooh, my Alice looks so beautiful. So this is kind of like a sneak peek in a way at my journals coming up, because all of the pictures I'm working with right now are for specific journals. I have a Queen of Hearts journal that I'm working on. Let me see, is this clean enough? You gotta check your glasses. Sometimes if it's dirty on the bottom, or you have like a fingerprint, once that's there, it's there. You're not gonna be able to get rid of it. So, and this one is for my Queen of Hearts journal. I have to do a lot more moving with this one. There it is. I don't think I put enough on this, but no. Stop it. I mean, this one glued so fast that I like missed the whole corner. Oh, I wonder what's gonna happen now, because I'm gonna redo this. Oh my god. Oh my god, please don't mess up. Please don't mess up. I love this image. Well, it's gonna look a little like it's underwater, so that is perfectly fine because they are mermaids. I'll live. Let me see. And if you ever make a mistake like that one, you can just remove it and clean it. I didn't want to do that. I could have saved it. It was fine. But like if you go clean this right away, even if you let it dry, you can clean this off and you can start over. So just so you know. Let's try this one. I have some on the side here that I had. Oops. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That came out perfect. All right. This one right here is for a moon journal I'm working on. Okay. And this one is for a shabby chic journal. Oh, that looks so cute with the flowers. Okay, so I'm gonna show you up close. So everything is stuck to the paper now. And I feel like this is the best way. Even if you're just doing one image, I think this is a really, really good way to take care of this first and then put it on the bezel. You'll see how I'm doing that now. So I'm using those for these here. But I also got these. Ain't this cute? These are smaller ones. And I'm gonna do the same thing. So I printed the images. Basically, once I had this, I just made the same, just smaller. I just did it when I was printing. I don't know if you know what I mean. You know how when you go into print, you can choose like, you know, oh, what's the word? It says, it gives you an option for it to either be 100% or you can make it smaller. So I put this like at 65 just to see, and it actually came out perfect. So I was happy about that. So we just do the same thing. So these actually came with these. Some, make sure when you go through the website, make sure that either they come with them or that you purchase them on the side. All you have to do is check the bezel size, and that's how you're gonna know what the size of the glass. So Again, we do the same thing. I'm not gonna do all of them. I think it's really cool because a long time ago, I would say like 3-4 years ago, I was very into jewelry making, and I had no idea. Like, I knew nothing about junk journaling back then. So I really like when one of my skills or one of the things that I've learned, I can end up incorporating it into something else. Oh, really? Goldie. Goldie Pop. Don't be nosy. Welcome, Goldie Pop. She's a little savage. I've always seen other people with their cat like come near them when they're doing their crafting, and I've always thought it's so cute, and I was waiting for the moment when she did it too. Her first appearance. I love her so much. She's a pain in the butt, but I love her. Okay. You're nosy, Goldie. You're so nosy. Okay, so I'm just gonna do those for now. I'm gonna put them to the side for them to dry so you could see. They're on top of the image. Now, I grab these. So, literally just cut them out. Sometimes they might come off a little bit. If they do, I think it's easy to fix in most cases. But that's just me because I don't strive for like perfection when it comes to these. Like, I like the vintage look. I like the... It doesn't need to be perfect, if you know what I mean. So, that's what it looks like once you have removed the sides. And then you're just gonna have this. And then you use this to glue it to this. And I'll show you how we're gonna do that now. Let me cut these off. If it has a little bit of glue around the side, it's fine. You can clean it with some alcohol. Give me 1 second. Where's my alcohol? There it is. So if it gets, I don't know if you could see it, but this has some glue on it, on top. You just use some alcohol and it comes right off. And it's nice and shiny again. So that's all set. All right, so yeah, so like I said, I think it's fun that things that I learned a long time ago or that had nothing to do with junk journaling for me, now I can incorporate it into it, and it's a lot of fun. For example, I don't know if you guys have seen how I use glue to make designs on my bottle art. So I started using that on my journals as well. And I love the way it comes out. I'm going to show you right now. This is one that I'm working on right now. And, well, these are beads. But the glue designs that I do on this, I learned this when I was doing bottle art. I learned this technique on YouTube, and then I incorporated it into this, and I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, these, I'm excited to show you guys how you can make these and give your journal something extra, something, you know, different. And as you can see, it's super easy. Signs. You can either clean this up right after you cut it, or, you know, once you put it on the bezel, you don't have to worry much about, you know, the glue residue on the top. Oh, I love my Alice. Came out so beautiful. I will also link whatever printables I use, like the Alice and these here. The rest are mine. So designs that I made on the AI app. So eventually I'm hoping I can make the time to add these to my store, either my Etsy store or my mindfulimage.com. I have a hard time doing that, but I'm getting to it. But I have so many images that I've created with that app. Is amazing. I love it so much. Like the mermaids. These. Okay. So where did I put the... Alright, so now probably not gonna do all of these. Let's see, I'm gonna choose. I'm definitely doing these, this one, this one. I have 6. I gotta choose 5. What I want. Okay, there you go. So now you're gonna put some of this all around, then just put it in there. I've made the mistake of not looking at where this is and putting the image the other way around, so pay attention to that, you know. Okay. My God, I'm in love with my Alice. She looks amazing. Oh. Beautiful. So like I said, if you have some extra glue, don't worry about it. This one is for a dark, like gothic theme journal I'm working on too. Ah, I did it. I did exactly what I said not to do. All right, saved it. I was putting it on the wrong way. Now, if for some reason you realize that it's completely wrong. Like this one, I made this one and the image is upside down, right? Now, I can still use this for something else, but I can actually, let me see if I have my tools close to me enough to do this. Let me see. With a knife, which I can't find mine, you can actually go in through the side here and you can take it out. And the image will be stuck to the glass, but you can put that into hot water and you can scrape off the image and you can clean this up and you can use it again and you can clean the bezel. So don't feel horrible if you make a mistake. Like, don't be scared to make a mistake with this. No, I want it, but I'm not gonna do it. My son just came up to me to show me an empty let me show you guys. This is why he cleaned it for me and brings it to me and he's like, you want it? Because of course I would find something to do with this. Now I can't throw it away. Don't throw it away. I'll figure something out.
All right. You got it.
Thank you.
Peace.
Ooh. Okay, you see, I gave this a bath in this thing. Wow. I had one job. But I'm not worried about it. I can just clean it off. Okay. So there it is. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. So we have those. Those are done. Now, let's do these. Now, you don't have to throw the images away. You can always save them. When you print a whole page, you don't have to use all of them. Usually what I do is whatever I don't use at the moment, I just leave it on the paper and save it on my stash. And if I ever need it again, it's already printed. I don't need to do it like this, but this is just how I've always done it. Like, I cut them out in this square first and then cut out the rest. Okay. This one is still a bit wet. Okay. So... again, make sure that the little loop thing in it is in the right place. Okay, so for some reason this happens sometimes. I don't understand why. But if you look at her face up close, I'm not sure if you see it. It has like a little stain, like almost like a wet mark. It doesn't do it with all images. Even when I'm using the same paper and adding the same amount of Mod Podge to the whole thing, sometimes some images just come out like this. Just like darker, I don't know. I actually like the look, like I said, but in case you don't like that and that happens, I can't tell you why that happens. It just does. But you can always, like I said, you can always remove it, start over. I'm weird like that. When I'm making something, even when I make a mistake, I don't know how to like erase or delete or start over. I just keep going until I make it look good. Or until I mess it up so much I just gotta throw it away. Either one. But I don't know how to take like a step back and like, yeah. Isn't this beautiful? I love it. When you choose your images, obviously, you kind of start figuring out what looks good. You kind of start figuring it out. Oh, where you going? What is it with the mermaid couples? They always like try to like mess up. They don't want to be in a bezel. It's the same image that I messed up on the other one. That's so funny. But you're staying there now, okay? I don't care what you say. So you just try to cut it as close to it as possible. Like I said, sometimes you're gonna get a little bit of glue. You can also just do it around the sides if you really like are worried about the glaze like ruining the ink on the image. I think that's worked for me. Like this. All right. So this video kind of ended up being a little bit longer than expected. So please stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to show you guys how to make these metal bookmarks and these ribbon bookmarks using the cabochons. Hope to see you there.